Morning, it's Friday. Welcome to the weekend. Just after 7 o'clock, we will let you know where we're taking the show to next, and hopefully you can join us. It'll be a good time and get you in the mood for the summer for sure. Let's find out what's happening in the world right now with your ADD news, and then we got lots to give you throughout the morning, including another spot on that standby boarding list. If you want to travel, see Imagine Dragons in Toronto, Canada, we'll do that for you. I think we're actually going to give that trip away Monday morning, so be ready to get on the standby list and win. But first, here is your ADD news with, as someone pointed out on the text line, it's now time for your ADD news with Allie, sponsored by Ozempic Face.
Oh, my God.
That's from 916.
I am not on Ozempic.
She's not on Ozempic. This is all natural, baby.
Yeah, this sunken face is natural.
It's all because of Ritz and hot yoga.
Yeah.
That's her
This is just
secret.
Allie face.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News. Ooh, a quarter. I'm rich. Rich, I tell you.
Okay, so college is a place where people find themselves, they learn to express themselves. Sometimes they explore their sexuality, which was my favorite part. But as people start finding what they're passionate about and expressing that passion, it can sometimes create problems with the school because the school has to figure out how to deal with all that. Now, many colleges this week have been faced with this problem, and at USC, it's escalated in the last, I would say, 24 hours to the point where graduation has been officially canceled, their main graduation ceremony, and this is an escalation from when they canceled the valedictorian speech. The school said it was over safety reasons. The students felt that was silencing them, and that's kind of how this all became bigger. Of course, there are protests going on all over the country at a lot of different universities, and there have been arrests. But the graduation canceling, that's really sad for other kids who want to have that moment. They want to have that core memory of graduating college in person. They're not going to have that, and some of those students aren't participating in any of this, and they're losing out, which is sad.
Well, even sadder, I saw a lot of the kids posting videos, etc., and they were saying that this is the same class that graduated high school in 2020, which was right when COVID started. So none of them received an actual high school graduation. It was all a drive-through or a virtual Zoom graduation. So the whole idea of getting into a rental cap and gown for the day and trying to, you're hungover probably, so vomiting into your weird square hat, they don't get to live that glory. And it is sad if you're into that sort of thing. And even though it is just ceremonial, I mean, you technically still
or
graduate.
If you get there and you realize how boring graduations really are, you get to experience how boring that really is.
Yeah,
it's something you get really excited about, and then when you get there, they're like, oh my God, this sucks.
It's a photo op, and they'll probably still do all that. And I will say, as someone who shockingly did go through a graduation, high school and college, I'll have you know, I don't remember pretty much anything from either of those. I do remember, though, and Allie made this point off the air this morning, there's always a cause, right? And college kids love getting very involved in causes
that's
because
what I said. It's a time for you to find your voice and what you're passionate about, right?
And I don't remember what the reason, but when I graduated, the speaker at the graduation was Rudy Giuliani, who had just finished being kind of the hero of 9/11. That happened in 2002, but 2001 was kind of when he was in his prime. He was like, everyone loved that guy.
Giuliani cleaned up New York City, and that was his
So
reputation.
he spoke, and I don't remember what the issue was, but there was an issue because when he went to give his speech, half of the people stood up and faced the other direction.
Right.
Because there was some other issue that was going on. Now, I don't remember. I'm not good at keeping track of causes, but it does feel like there's always causes, and college kids love getting involved because they still think that their little voice matters, which is adorable.
Yeah, they're not jaded yet.
They're not jaded yet.
Yeah, exactly. They have a lot of hope. And when I was in college, it was the Obama-Bush election, and everybody cared so much about that. I remember all of us flooding the quad over that and being like, it's time to change. Our country needs change. And, everybody was...
Oh, my gosh, you loser.
Right. Thanks, Vanessa.
That's a good speech, I believe.
I wouldn't turn that down. I wouldn't turn the other way on that, Klein.
Right. Well,
so
she's right.
It is always going to be, I think, a part of the college experience. It just, obviously the school is being criticized. And USC has been criticized many times for a lot of different ways that they've handled situations at USC.
I'm going to tell you who the real winner is here, because there is a winner. The person that was the younger brother or sister of whoever was graduating, who is going to have to sit through that and be pleasant about it. That person is like, oh, I'm so disappointed, but they're thrilled. They don't have to sit through that.
Oh, no, I can't go.
Because I do believe, especially at those big schools, they read all the names. Everyone gets their moment, and if you're
and the speeches are long.
If your relative has a last name later in the alphabet, you'll be sitting for a long time before they get to them.
The reason people really want to go is that chance thing where the speaker is like, and your tuitions have been paid.
Well, yeah, right.
All right, we've been trying to get flying cars going for a while, and it seems like they're never truly going to get there. We all want to be like the Jetsons, but it seems like China might be the first country to do it. They have claimed that flying cars in their country are nearly ready and that they'll be in the air next year. They officially approved the mass production of autonomous flying taxis, and they say that commercial flights will begin in the year 2025, which, of course, many different companies and many different people have said that they're close to flying cars, so I guess we have to see it to really believe it.
I'm glad it's starting in another country first, so they can work the kinks out. I did see what one of them supposedly looks like. They look awesome.
They do? The China ones?
That's what it was, like a prototype, and who knows if it's the real one or not.
I mean, the prototype always looks super cool.
But I would love the idea. I think about it every day as I sit bumper to bumper.
I would love to just raise above.
Just want to go a little above, or let everyone else go a little bit above and smash into each other in the sky.
Yeah, I'll take the regular road.
I'll take the road. I don't care.
Ryan Seacrest is worth $450 million, and I'm sure
Samesies.
all of it comes from his 20-plus years in radio, right?
That's right.
Sure, a small sliver of it comes from American Idol, but he also just ended his relationship with his girlfriend. They were together for 3 years. Her name is Aubrey Page.
This is a crazy story.
But,
I want you to listen to this, because this is one of the other people you could be listening to right now if you're not listening to Klein Alley Show. And I think it's important when you get a sense of who you're really listening to versus who they want you to believe they are.
Yeah, so...
Bring me a hoe, too, and your tickets are yours.
Terrible time to play that, but I don't disagree with that. I've evolved.
I don't disagree with that.
I do disagree with that now. When I said that long time ago,
That guy has a point.
that's out of context, for the record.
So, yes, when you decide who you want to listen to, just know that Ryan Seacrest made his girlfriend of 3 years go Dutch on their meals, guarded every nickel that he had, and would also make her figure out her own travel plans for trips that they would take together.
Apparently, he is even cheaper than El Cheapo. The thing about Allie is we joke about Allie being El Cheapo. And
if I had $450 million, I would not be cheap.
Right. Allie is very cheap, but still, she's the type of person, if she's going to get coffee, she'll get anyone else wants something, and she'll get it. Seacrest, who's got all the money in the world, is so cheap, he made his girlfriend of 3 years pay for all of her own meals. Apparently never picks up a bill when they go out to eat.
Yeah, they said Ryan has more cash to play with than ever, but he's not sharing his good fortune with his friends or even his girlfriend. He is the least likely to pick up the check among friends, and he even makes Aubrey pay her own way.
Which is so funny.
Who is this coming from, by the way?
Hold on. It says Blabs the Insider.
Blabs the Insider. And we should also mention this.
That's true.
The funniest thing is, isn't his big thing that he always has done forever, Seacrest pays your bills?
Yeah.
But it turns out not if you're dating him.
Yeah. And not got in the roses. That's all he does.
Yeah, not if there's a dinner. Like, it'd be funny if he actually, obviously he's not paying your bills, it's the company, but wouldn't it be interesting if they said to him, like, hey, this time, since you've got all the money, you actually pay the bills of the listeners. He'd be like, yeah, right.
Or he does that thing where he, like, pats down his pants and he's like, oh, man.
I wish I could.
Oh, I don't have my wallet. It's so weird.
Vanessa, get Seacrest on the phone. I want to let him confirm or deny this story.
If we called him to do Ryan's Roses, he wouldn't send them to anybody.
No. Yeah. He'd be like, sorry, I'm not doing it. I'm not paying for that.
Klein Alley Show.
I can't wait to listen to you guys in the morning. I am laughing my bleep off every morning.
Das Kempinski Taschenberg-Paledi-Kernmeiber. Mein Name ist Robin Hansen.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
That's a great question, actually, from the 323. Allie, did the article say if you went Dutch treat or Dutch oven with his dates?
Oh, wow. I think probably a little both.
Maybe it was Dutch oven.
Yeah.
That would be a terrible thing. Oh, the bill comes. Hold on, let me fart under the tablecloth. Waft it in your direction.
A couple of years ago, we found out that he was like weird, into some weird sex stuff. Like he loved his nipples being bitten, right?
Yeah, I did talk to a woman one time that claimed that she went home with him. Alleged, of course, you got to say all that, but from
Blab
the bar.
it Insider.
And she was like, I guess we're going to have sex now, and all he wanted to do was like bite her nip, or
bite his
yes,
nipples.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and fart under the covers.
That's right. He's into that. Allegedly. Apparently, it doesn't get you. I think allegedly.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
But there's the story. I can't believe it. Seacrest is the real El Cheapo, not our very own Allie.
I know that none of this is official, but
No, it's official.
It seems like it would make sense.
I saw it on the internet.
It doesn't
It's real.
surprise me.
We got a decent hour planned for you. Good morning, by the way. We are Klein Alley Show. Thanks for making the switch. I'm Klein. There's Allie.
Hi.
Got Jake the Nerd over there.
What's up?
DJ Omar Khan.
Hello.
Audio sniper extraordinaire in the back room, Postmaster Johnny. It'll be an hour for him to shine with the return of Johnny Doesn't Know. You can predict whether or not Johnny knows very, very easy questions. Well, for most people. And win yourself some tickets to Netflix is a Joke. Coming up this morning, we will get you on a standby list to do some international travel and see Imagine Dragons. But after this song from the Chili Peppers, we will tell you where we're heading to next.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ. K-Rock.
Klein Alley Show. Heading back to Vegas. We'll bring you with us every single morning next week. But first, let's give you this.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News. Is that barbecue sauce? No, it is not.
All right. Harvey Weinstein was the beginning of the Me Too movement. He was the classic Hollywood douchebag using his power to take advantage of women. Then he got convicted. It was a huge win for women everywhere. Now they are pissed again, and rightly so, because of the overturned conviction in New York. And mind you, he still has a 16-year prison sentence in L.A., but the case in New York, he was sentenced to 23 years in prison. And now that's been overturned because I guess the judge was allowing witnesses to testify against him when they were not directly part of the criminal charges. So they said that was biased. They got thrown out. Now they want to retry the case, but then they're hoping that the people are still willing to even go forward as witnesses again, because obviously it's traumatic to talk about what happened to you, and it was hard to do it the first time. So will they want to do it a second time?
You know, they were showing footage of him on the news yesterday, and I didn't realize they were going with old stock footage of him because
he looks so bad now.
Yeah, jail has not been good to him, as it shouldn't be. But
but like when the trials and the charges begun, he still looked like himself a little bit, and then now they have every once in a while you see like the walker footage where he's got the walker with little tennis balls on the bottom of it, and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, it
looks bad.
There is something, and I definitely, empathize, I guess is the right word, or sympathize with his actual victims. But to see a bad person that lived a very good life being a bad person, then you get to watch them devolve away into kind of a waste of a person. There is something gratifying about that.
Of course. And you want to keep it that way.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like he is in bad.
But that's kind of what happened with Bill Cosby, too, is that a lot of people were seeing him decline, and look worse and worse and worse. And there were all these people coming forward and say, this guy sucks, this guy sucks.
Yeah, I think in both cases it happened a little too late for my
Exactly.
liking.
And then his conviction got overturned. Remember that? This is young Bill Cosby.
Chachi? That's right.
That was his defense.
Well, he should have gotten a better attorney.
I rest my case. All right, buying a concert ticket is even more frustrating than it's ever been. Bots will buy up all the cheap tickets and resell them at crazy high prices. Then when you do buy a ticket, you get all the hidden fees, and a good show can run you $1,000 easy these days. And it's not just the fans who are getting pissed, it's the artists, too, because they are trying to lower the prices for their shows, and Ticketmaster makes it literally impossible. It was happening when The Cure announced their tour, and they were like, we're literally trying to give you an affordable experience, and we can't. So a bunch of them now have signed a letter supporting a bill that would eliminate the hidden fees and would make an effort to stop the bots from scooping up all the tickets. And 250 artists have signed this open letter, including Green Day, Billie Eilish, Cyndi Lauper, Lorde, Sia, Train, Fall Out Boy.
Train doesn't have to worry.
Taylor Swift said I'm fine with it, by
There's
the way.
nothing wrong with Train.
I think the bots.
I love Train. Drops of Jupiter, baby.
The bots have had enough drops
Hey,
of
soul
Jupiter.
sister.
All right.
Now the little ants are marching.
That's not Train, Allie.
Yeah,
That's
Train
Dave
or Wheelhouse.
Matthews.
It's not?
Rose, you like them.
No, that's your band. It's...
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yes, we own. Allie, that's it.
I'm sure he signed it, too, because he's really cool.
White woman confused by white people music.
Klein
Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
106.7 FM.
K-Rock.
Hoo-ha.
That's right. Hoo-ha. That's hey-ho. Almost, Vanessa. You almost got it. Lumineers. I know.
Guys, don't be a hater.
Dang.
Oh.
Am I having a conversation with really her?
That was not real me.
Okay.
Klein's just looking in every direction.
I
It's
don't
like,
know.
I don't know.
Wait a
Who is
minute.
that?
Still not me. Still not me.
Omar's playing.
Which one do we
Hell
shoot?
yeah.
Oh, it is you. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right, Vanessa.
I just flew in from Colombia and my arms are really tired. You want to know why? Because I just carried a bunch of cocaine. So yeah. What was the follow-up to that?
Just killing it. God, we're going to miss you, Vanessa.
Can we tell us the real one?
I don't know which one is live Vanessa in the other room and which one is Omar playing clips of Vanessa.
I wasn't me.
Oh, no. Now I'm even more confused.
So it is you.
Oh my gosh, you loser.
God, real Vanessa's mean.
Hey, Vanessa, if you die in this surgery, it won't really matter, I guess. Right?
You're right.
I mean, we have all these clips
We'll
now.
just get some lines from
Tequila
you.
takes the longest to turn into alcohol poison in your body. So I was like, oh, I need that one.
Okay. That's, once again, irrelevant to what we're
Life
talking about.
advice from
Thank you.
Vanessa.
That's very important stuff right there. All right, let's get to
Don't spread rumors.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know why we're not calling more people with Vanessa.
I love the cussing.
I love the juicy.
It's juicy.
Yes, it is. That's Vanessa for you. Gosh, she used to work for NASA.
I love Vanessa
And now
so
she
much.
works. When you were working at NASA helping with the space launch, did you ever think that clips of you talking about tequila poisoning would be used against you?
Well, I wasn't helping with the space launch. That's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I was there for the eclipse.
That clip is boring, Omar. Delete that one.
Yeah, I won't use that.
All right, let's get to your news now. Then, a second your ADD news is done, we get you on a standby boarding list so you can travel to Toronto, Canada, and see Imagine Dragons. What do you think about that, Vanessa?
Love it.
What do you think about that, recorded Vanessa?
Don't spread rumors.
That's true. We're giving away that trip. We'll do it Monday morning. Here we go. Your news.
Grab your
I don't know.
It's time for ADD News. I can already feel myself getting dumber.
All
We
right.
all can now.
That's true. So, a while back, the Smashing Pumpkins announced that their guitar player was leaving and that they were doing a national search for the replacement. And they received over 10,000 applications. They vetted everybody. They did in-person auditions right here in LA. They said they were working diligently to narrow down the list to just a handful of people, and whoever was selected was going to join them on their summer tour. And now, after all this time, they have made a decision. We officially have the newest guitar player for the Smashing Pumpkins, and her name is Kiki Wong. And she has performed with Taylor Swift. She's performed with Usher on his tour. She's in another band called Vigil of War, but she also is really famous on social media for posting metal covers of different songs. She looks really awesome. She's got tattoos all over, and she's got that kind of like, F you guys look. And
Didn't Postmaster Johnny apply for that job? Because he plays guitar. And I know that when they first announced it, he was one of the guys that I thought... Johnny, did you ever send in your application to be the guitarist for the Smashing Pumpkins, or did you never get around to it?
He's on the phone. 1 second.
I thought he was going to do it. He was all excited.
What'd you say?
Did you ever apply for the Smashing Pumpkins guitarist job?
Oh, did they get somebody already?
Oh,
my God.
Unbelievable.
you know what? Why don't we call Billy and just
I can play
see?
all of those songs perfectly.
I know. We talked about this months ago, and you were going to send in your application.
Damn it! Why didn't you remind me, man?
The people who are truly successful go, oh, man.
That already happened? Yeah, that job's been taken. So.
Billy said this about Kiki. He said, I was a fan of Kiki's before she submitted her name to be considered, and it's great that someone of her acumen will be part of our touring family. I can't wait to hit the road with Kiki as part of our mad circus. It's definitely an exciting moment for the Smashing Pumpkins to be busy with touring in 2024. See you all this summer.
Here's what someone
He
else
also
said.
added this.
Yeah, that's right.
She is extremely attractive, I will say that.
Oh, she is?
Oh, yeah.
Let me
It's
see.
one of those, like, if you see it, they're like, oh, AI generated a bunch of hot people.
Oh, really?
You know, and
Very
like you see-
attractive.
yeah.
But she's probably good at guitar, too. I mean, I'm sure she just
Oh,
get
yeah.
the job.
She also
it
is very
doesn't
good.
matter.
No,
me
it
see.
does matter.
Oh, yeah. It says, they hired Sydney Sweeney to do it. Oh, good.
No. But I think she's also extremely talented.
All right.
And she's wearing a very revealing corset. Okay.
I'm gonna get season tickets now to the Smashing Pumpkins.
Season tickets.
I'm locked in. So touring that day. I am their new biggest
Don't
fan.
put me in the visitor section.
Yeah.
Earlier this week, Universal Studios had a little bit of an oopsies with one of their trams hitting a guardrail and sending 15 people flying through the air. None of them have sued yet, though one family is saying that they believe Universal is highly downplaying this incident. But how can that be true when Universal just announced their world-famous Studio Tour 60th anniversary, where you can hop off the tram and visit some of Universal's most iconic studio lots and ride an old-fashioned tram from the 60s to see the original hanging jaw shark and many other things.
We found out the original tram from the 60s is safer than the modern-day one that's tipping over.
It's just so funny that they obviously had this planned, for a lot of time in advance, and then this happens, and they're like, guys, what are we going to do? We're kicking off the big tram tour.
Yeah, well, they got a lot of exposure for it.
I know. And then all the families are going like, hey, they kind of downplayed this. And they're like, ride the trams.
Right.
It's like, there you go.
It's the sound of the tram.
That's what it sounds like.
What a tragedy.
Things are getting heated at the airport. Some airlines have been paring down their services like Southwest. Other ones are expanding their services like Alaska Airlines. But the important thing is that no matter what happens to the planes or the airlines, airport rants will always continue. And we have a new one that happened at a ticketing desk at LAX, where this woman was very upset that she had missed her own flight, and she demanded that they rebook her and pay for the flight change.
So get me the up on the next flight, you mother. Call people to judge right now. Call that mother people to judge right now. Get me up on the next flight. Get me up on the next mother flight. Seriously.
On your right hand side.
And pay for that shit.
Well, she's
The-
she's
the
in
kick-
isn't she in the wrong
Yeah,
terminal?
the kicker here is that she was flying Delta and she was not in the Delta section.
That's
so
the best.
she was ranting at these people and they were like, "Are you looking for Delta? Because that's over there."
Save all your MFers for the other terminal.
And then even she was like laughing at the end, like, "Oh man, whoopsie,
Yeah.
sorry, wrong rant.
That's the greatest.
I didn't mean you."
When you talk about being in a blind rage, like when you have just no context or concept of what is happening, but you're just so agitated and angry, it's the greatest because
you're also making a fool of yourself and you don't realize
at
it.
the end of all of that, and even had she been at the right terminal, that would have been hilarious and viral. But even the shame, the walk of shame from terminal to terminal, when you realize you wasted all your good ranting on the wrong airline.
And then when
it's
you
the
get to
best.
Delta, are you just like, "Hi, I missed my flight." And I
Judging
need to
by your
rebook.
rant, you are spirit material. So we kick off a brand new hour of the show. We do it in exactly 2 minutes after this one from The Offspring, and we get you onto a standby boarding list. If you would like to join us, the number's 800-520-1067. Your Imagine Dragons tickets next. Thanks for eavesdropping in on our radio show, you perverts.
Yeah. When you're not being reported by your neighbors, you can check out the podcast or the live show on KROQ or wherever you get your podcasts.
That's right, which apparently is a lot of places. Find Klein Alley Show and listen to this show in its entirety. Plus, if you download and subscribe, we will save a puppy from being executed.
Oh my God, there's puppies being executed?
Oh, there goes another one.
Oh, those are high stakes.